I personally feel like my Star Wars knowledge is actually pretty decent, probably above the average fan, but definitely not a 10 out of 10. There is a lot of stuff that I don't know. So today, I'm going to be testing how good it actually is with a couple or maybe just one long Star Wars quiz. Now, you can play along as well and definitely let me know in the comments what your score is. But yeah, pretty simple. I'm just going to be testing my Star Wars knowledge to find out how good it actually is, because I think it's pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm proven right. Let's find out and get on with the quiz. This quiz is called Only Fans Who Have Seen Each Star Wars film at least 3 times can match the character to their home planet. Now, I've definitely seen every movie more than 3 times, so hopefully I can match all of these characters to their home planet. Now, I haven't checked to see how long this quiz is, but I'm going to get it done, and then maybe if we have time, I'll do another one afterwards. So yes, play along like I said, and let's get on with the first one. Padme Amidala is from Naboo. That's pretty easy. Correct, lovely. Now we have Han Solo. Han Solo is from Corellia, and we got that right as well, of course. Pretty easy. More difficult than the Padme one, but still pretty easy. Now we have Lando. I believe he is from Socorro, right? Yeah, because he's not actually from Bespin. Lovely, got that right. Rey is obviously from Jakku. Yes, got that correct. Anakin is from Tatooine, we know that obviously. These are pretty easy, I'm hoping it gets a little bit harder. Chewbacca is obviously from the home planet of the Wookiees, Kashyyyk. Luke is also from Tatooine. Jyn Erso, now this is where it gets a little more difficult. However, given the options here, I don't think she's from Hoth, Bespin or Jakku. So we'll go for Vault, and yeah, that was right. Now we move on to Leia, pretty easy. She is from Alderaan. I thought this quiz would be a little bit harder, but now we have Obi-Wan, and if you asked me on the spot, I probably couldn't name it, but given the multiple choice, I remembered that it is Stu John, and I scored 10 out of 10. Now, that was a very short quiz, so obviously I'm going to do another one. Let me know what you got in that quiz. So now we have one, the ultimate Star Wars quiz, and this is a bit more general knowledge than matching characters to their home planets, I believe, anyway. It says it's general knowledge, so we're going to get on with this one, and hopefully I, again, do really well. So in The Force Awakens, which character has Darth Vader's damaged mask? That is obviously Kylo Ren. Now, how did Princess Leia get her title of royalty? Well, she is the adopted daughter of Bail Organa and Queen Breha, of course. Now, I didn't know who Queen Breha was, but I obviously knew she was adopted by Bail. While the Jedi use a number of kyber crystals, which colour is preferred by the Sith? Well, it's red, because they have to bleed their kyber crystal, so that is obviously the answer. I imagine that all of you would be getting these right as well, but let me know. Now, who destroyed the droid control ship? Blah, 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 blah. Anakin Skywalker, as we know in The Phantom Menace. Where does Yoda live when he first trains Luke? Dagobah. While fighting his own father on Cloud City, which hand does Luke Skywalker lose? Now, it's the left one on the screen, meaning it's his right, if I'm saying that correctly. Yes, of course. Who defeats Finn in his very first lightsaber duel? Well, I don't think it's Darth Maul or Darth Vader, or whoever Kerok Vet is, so we're going to go Kylo Ren, because that's the only person he has fought in a lightsaber duel. Chewie's weapon of choice is a bowcaster, a Wookiee bowcaster, and that would be obvious if they had that in the title, hence why they probably didn't. When we see him in The Force Awakens, how old is Chewie, basically? I'm going to guess that he's over 220 years old. I didn't actually know that, I just knew he was old, and it would seem a bit like weird for it to be 200 on the dot. What are the creatures living on Endor? Of course, they are Ewoks. I hope this gets a little bit harder, or maybe I'm just, that good with my Star Wars knowledge, and this is just easy to me. What was the original title for the Star Wars movie? Now, I believe it was Star Battles, no, Adventures of Luke Starkiller. I didn't actually know that. I imagine that's a George Lucas interview or something. But I did know that Luke and Anakin were meant to be called Starkiller, not Skywalker. And then they used the Starkiller name to create Galen Marek. So I've actually got one wrong. And I did ask for it to get harder, so there we go. I got what I wanted at least. Now, what nickname does Han Solo call Luke Skywalker that drives him crazy? Now, he does call him Kid, so I imagine it's going to be that. Yes. Who delivers the final blow that destroys the second Death Star? Now, I believe it's Lando with the Millennium Falcon? Yes. Yes, it is. Right, who blew up the first Death Star? That is obviously Luke, and it was with his X-Wing. It's not going to be Leia with a thermal detonator. I imagine the Death Star would take more than that. What does Han Solo have to say about the Force in A New Hope? Well, he says it's a bunch of rubbish, so which quote is that going to be? Listen, kid, I can use the Force note. I wouldn't be caught dead with those midichlorians. No, everyone has midichlorians, so that quote doesn't even make sense. You can never be too safe. The Force is a powerful ally. Obviously not. So it's hokey religions, and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid. And I remember that quote pretty well. It's pretty good. After Han and Chewie made an opening, which X-Wing pilot blew up Starkiller Base? Now, I believe it is Poe Dameron, considering he's the only X-Wing pilot here. I mean, they could make the options a little bit harder. What is the location of the scene in which we see the predominant colour of Luke Skywalker's outfit change from white to black? Now, I believe the first time we see him in Return of the Jedi, where he has the black outfit, is at Jabba's palace? Yes, I'm right in saying that. What race does the comical Jar Jar Binks belong to? The Gungan, which is obviously on Naboo, but he's not the Naboo race. Where do the Gungan live on the planet of Naboo? Now, they live underwater in domes, of course, as we see. A pretty good scene, to be fair, when they swim down to the, underwater city. Which character says the famous quote, "A Jedi Knight, geez, I'm out for a little while, everyone gets delusions of grandeur," in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi? Now, that's definitely either Han or Lando, and I don't remember Lando ever saying something like that, so I'm going to say Han, yes. What colour is BB-8? He is white and orange, yep. And what about R2? He is white and blue. Now, Rey is living on Jakku. We can speed through these ones. What colour lightsaber does Rey use? Well, the first one she uses blue, because obviously she then gets a yellow one at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. And I guess if you count Dark Rey, she had red. Who wins second place at the Boonta Eve Classic Pod Race, where Anakin wins his freedom? Now, technically, Suburba, I don't think actually finished, but I don't know if the quiz is gonna say Suburba won it or not. So I'm gonna guess one of the other two. I don't know who it is, so we're gonna go this one. No, it was the top one, but the quiz did know that Suburba didn't finish. Let me know if any of you got that, because that's a pretty hard question. Now, this one is, of course, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." How many lightsaber blades does Maul use? Well, it depends on when we see him, but in The Phantom Menace he uses 2, because I assume this quiz is just about the movies, because it has been so far. But then in Solo, he did only ignite 1. Never mind, it was still a double-bladed lightsaber. What colour was Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber when he defeated Darth Maul? Now, he picked up Qui-Gon's, so it was green. But that is a trick question, so some of you may have got that one wrong. Who auditioned for the role of Han Solo before it was offered to Harrison Ford? Now, I don't actually know this, but based on the time of A New Hope and my limited knowledge of actors, I'm going to go, well, I went George Clooney, and it was Kurt Russell. I don't actually know who Kurt Russell is, but Joss Whedon, I believe, is Thanos, and he seems a bit too young for that, and Brad Pitt is definitely too young for that. I don't know who Kurt Russell is, so it was out of the two. Which character says that? Now, that is obviously Princess Leia. When is the only time we see Han use a lightsaber? It's on Hoth when he's saving Luke, so that is going to be the first one, when he's cutting open a tauntaun. On Hoth, whose body gets crushed under an Imperial Walker's foot? I don't know this at all, so it's going to be a guess, and we're going to say Dak. And it was right, I definitely did know that, forget what I just said. In Star Wars The Force Awakens, on what planet does Leia and Han meet after a long separation? I know it's not Hoth or Jakku. Now, I don't really know what Dakar is, but I think it's Takodana. No, it was Dakar. I just remember the background looks a little bit like Takodana, but I didn't think it was Takodana because she wasn't there when, Poe and the X-Wings came and saved them because the Empire was there and captured Han, but I just don't know what Dakar is, so I probably would have been smarter to guess Dakar, but it just didn't really sound right. Anyway, we got that one wrong. Which of the following is not a Darth in the Star Wars films? Well, I don't believe Darth Bane is in any Star Wars films, but he is a Sith Lord in Legends, and maybe there is a film about him, I'm not sure. But there's definitely no Darth Akbar, so we're going to put him. In The Phantom Menace, how many toes does Yoda have? Who's counting Yoda's toes? 3, we'll put 3, yeah, sure. I knew it was an abnormal amount of toes. Now, this question here, I don't have a clue. I'm going to guess Battlestar Galactica. Why not? No, I was wrong. Okay, I didn't have a clue with that one. How many children does Vader have? He has 2, Luke and Leia. The Ewoks' language was based on that one. I don't know. Yeah, I was right. Sure. I actually know this question. Which actor or actress was so tall that the doorways of the Phantom Menace set had to be rebuilt? It was Liam Neeson, because I believe he's actually 6'4". He's a giant. How many live-action movies as of mid-2016 have been seen by the public? Now, I don't actually remember when The Force Awakens was released. I believe it was 2015, meaning that this would be 7, but I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with it. And I was right, yes, The Force Awakens must have been 2015 or early 2016. Now, I got 88%. I'm pretty happy with that. Let me know how many you scored, and then you can like work out your percentage as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You're a true expert. You got 35 out of 40. You scored better than 72% of quiz takers. Now, I did guess that I would be better than the average fan, so that has proven that. So yeah, that is going to be all for this video. Like I said, let me know what you scored on both of these quizzes, and let me know if you'd want to see me do another quiz. Now, a lot of the quizzes on like StarWars.com and BuzzFeed and stuff are like, answer these questions and we'll tell you what Jedi you are or something like that. So I'm definitely going to do one of those videos. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, turn the notification bell on so you are notified when I upload those videos. And yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching and goodbye.